Malai is a very tough person, and I say that in the frame that she's a very strong emotional rock. She sees what she wants, and being around somebody like that can be intimidating. But when someone can see that for themselves, they have that roadmap to help you see yours and where you want to head. And she doesn't let you get away with anything.
Very direct, very caring. She is insightful. She's encouraging. It's very refreshing to come into her office and have her very engaged in what you are working toward.
Malai has been very positive, very encouraging. She fosters your creativity and your ideas.
If there's anybody else, I would probably politely say I'm good, no thanks, because the whole concept I thought was gonna be cheesy.
I had a lot of hesitation with regards to coaching. I've seen therapists before. I have a lot of great friends that I talk to about problems and things in my life, and so I hadn't really bought into what coaching was for and how it could help. But it's been a great experience. So it's different than going and seeing a therapist and talking to them, and it's also very different than going to talk to your friends and having a coffee with your friends and talking about your issues. It's just not the same thing.
The first time I came to coaching, I had a lot of hesitation. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't feel like I could open up and talk about myself freely. I didn't feel comfortable with that idea. So it was a very new thing for me, and a little scary.
My original interpretation of life coaches are that life coaches are people who basically don't have their shit together, so they tell other people how to do it, was my interpretation. But Malai she's a real pro, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
I've gone from being upset about issues to thinking about those issues as opportunities. So I'm taking those chances when I see those come up, and actually being aware of the opportunities that are out there.
Malai has definitely made an impact in my life. It was unexpected, but talking to her made me really think about what my values are. It made me think about myself, my priorities, and how I can use my values in every decision that I make. Malai does a great job of asking you questions and not telling you what you need to do, but getting you to think about what you're feeling, what your thoughts are, what maybe you've been burying for a long time down deep inside you, and use that, get it out there, explore it, analyze every thought in your head until you realize what it is you really want.
Working with Malai has done a lot for me right now in my life. I am still dealing with a lot of change in my life right now, and I have been dealing with a situation in my life where it seems like I was kind of holding on to life by the reins and just white knuckling it, and it was getting away from me, and there was nothing that I could do about it, and my actions were simply me trying to control the situation rather than me actually directing where I wanted myself to be headed. So Malai got me to stop doing that. She pointed out every time I was making a decision based on trying to control somebody else's reaction, and really got me to start thinking about what I want in life and the direction I want my life to head. That's a really difficult thing to do when you're lost and all you can see are the trees for the forest. Having somebody stop you in your tracks and really make you realize that there's a whole forest and you're just going in circles in the forest rather than trying to make it through.
I enjoy that it wasn't like an emotionally breakdown process. I've done enough of that, and I'm kind of over it to a degree. You know, I want stuff that creates joy in my life and makes me happy and excited about what it is that I'm doing. And that's what, you know, Malai kind of has engaged in me, is those things that I enjoy and love doing. And everything comes from where we're at here and where we're going tomorrow. There's no like, let's dig inside the closet stuff, which I enjoy that because I've done a lot of that, and I'm over it. And this has probably been, all the things I've done, the one-on-one work has probably been the best personal development stuff that I've done. I appreciate all the stuff in the past I've done, but this has probably been the most rewarding because it pushes everything from right now into the future.
I really appreciated the process because it's kind of fun. Malai, you know, gets you up there on her whiteboard and you just start writing, start brainstorming. It's a very fluid process that she uses. If you get stuck, she just encourages you to, you know, evaluate what you're working on in your head and try to. She tries to direct you to make the choices that you really want to make. She tries to instill in you that sense of value. Every thought that you have is valuable.
I've had a great experience, so it's been wonderful to think about things future oriented and wondering, you know, where can my life go? So it's changed my outlook on life.
I truly believe you want to be a pro at what you do. You gotta, you know, pros get coached some. You have to be willing to do it, and you have to humble yourself enough to try it. You know, my ego does not want to let me do this because I can figure it out on my own. But it's nice to have a different perspective. It's been helpful for sure. And I noticed a lot, you know, I work with, I do a lot of endurance events that are put on by military grade guys, and I realized that in their military career, there's times where they're leading, and there's times where they're being coached, and there's times where they're falling, and those are all things that I think are great attributes. And you know, the idea of, you know, leading, listening, and being coached is what you get with Malai.
I think that seeing a coach it's beneficial in a lot of different ways. Talking with Malai when she's got her life coach hat on, it's not like going and talking to your friend over coffee about the different things that you're dealing with. Your friends will say, oh, that's horrible. Why would they do that? I can't even imagine. But then when you go and you talk to Malai, she'll say, okay, well, how do we change that? And she'll hold your feet to the fire the way that your friends can't. And that's probably the biggest difference between seeing Malai as a life coach and going and talking to your friends about your problems. Your friends, they don't want to lose you as a friend, so they're going to sympathize and talk to you and try and make you feel better, but they're not going to help you fix the problem. And Malai definitely will. And that, I think, is the biggest difference. And when I say help you fix the problem, she's not going to tell you what the answer is. She's going to make you think about it and think about what the answer is for you. Because the answer for you is going to be different than the answer for somebody else.